state, change your name, covered up scars from your parents' place. It's everything you need to move on. On my neck, wasted breath, trying to get with that someone next. I've never been the type to move on. Yeah, I never thought you were social, and now everybody knows your name. I know you'll take the world over, but I hope you don't forget this place. Don't you forget about me. Don't you forget about me. I know you're chasing your dream, but if you're facing my street, don't you forget about me. From the top, you're never gonna drop. Running my mouth for the race I lost. It's hopeless, puddles to oceans. Compare our devotions. Yeah, I wouldn't wanna end your party. Don't pity first or second. First want to know who you think you are. Cause I never thought you were social, and now everybody knows your name. I know you'll take the world over, but I hope you don't forget this place. Don't you forget about me. Don't you forget about me. I know you're chasing your dream, but if you're facing my street, don't you forget about me. Don't you forget about me. Don't you forget about me.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to another edition of Mini RPG of the Week, where, well, things are definitely going well, at least on this side. I can see that you see us, but I'm sending the wrong stream over OBS, over Discord, to my co-caster, who is 16th Tower, renowned YouTuber. I think that's fair to say.
I would say renowned, yeah.
I think renowned is
very
the right
well
word.
renowned. If you talk to any of my 11 subscribers, I would say they would put me in their top 10 channels, at least top 10, so... Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair. I'm going to just sort this out. We're back for another edition of Mini RPG of the Week. Of course, this is going to be a standard week of the competition, which means that we're going to have a 15-minute warm-up. It then means we're going to play a Cup of the Day style rounds. Dylan, why don't you explain to the people what Cup of the Day style rounds means? You know this,
Cup
right?
of the Day style
we did
rounds.
prep work.
Yeah, we did enough prep work. So Cup of the Day style rounds, it means that we're going to get right into it. People are going to race, and as we go, people who score the lowest, they're going to be eliminated, and we're going to keep doing that down through all our competitors tonight until we have our top competitors, and they are going to keep racing until we get a winner. We're looking for a winner tonight.
For someone who has never opened Trackmania, but has a vested interest in Trackmania DS ever since you found out that existed, I'm very excited to find out that one existed. Yeah, that was a pretty good explanation. We were trying to figure out before broadcast if any of the players tonight might have started in Trackmania DS. I mean, I think we decided it seems unlikely, but you never know. I mean, we've got enough wild things going on. That's true. I mean, I wonder what this... Like, I assume it was just a D-pad input, but I really hope that the input was just, like, dragging your stylus on the touchscreen to, like, steer. I mean, it's not far off how some players play.
That was like you didn't... I think it... Like, a lot of people... Rolling their stylus on the
Yeah,
screen.
you play that in the backseat of a car, and
obviously Trackmania DS, they would have seen how
a little bit
successful that
awkward when
was.
you just with the kid hunched over and rubbing furiously to it. Just awful all around. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, just a family road trip.
We'll see how that goes anyway, and we'll see what the play looks like tonight. We are going to be heading onto a map for Sylvius. I think we've definitely had at least one Sylvius map before, but I'd be hard pressed to remember what it was. And even if that is in fact true, maybe we have an admin in chat who can confirm or deny that for me, because there's been a lot of editions of Mini RPG of the Week so far. I have realized that I have not changed the stream title. This is week 47. We've done 40. This is the 47th edition of Mini RPG of the Week. And of course, after edition 50, we will be heading into our season 2 finale as well. We're going to be dropping a little bit more information about what that's going to look like at the end of tonight's stream, because we're excited to get into that season 2 finale. We have some exciting things planned for that one as well. I've changed the stream title now. It's probably totally fine, and we should be getting into game here in a brief second. It does look like we're loading in, and that means I'm going to load us into this game so we can all stare at the ground on the start block for a brief second and get very excited about this start block. There's a Swiss car. It could be Annex. It usually is in a Swiss car, but it might not be. You never know. We're going to get underway here. The map is going to be Airbase by Sylvius.
That's it. So we're starting out with this pipe here.
Getting lost immediately.
Well, this is the important exploration phase of getting to know any map.
Yeah. No, I mean, you're absolutely right on that. That is exactly what's happening. Players are going to start seeing this one out.
We're seeing some terrain. We're seeing some plastic terrain. There's some snow terrain. All these different Trackmania terrains.
Yep.
They're all on display in this map.
They are, and what we're already seeing as well is some alternating routes, some hard and easy routes on this one, an easy path around to the right. It's just a long way around. Of course, you can go for this reactor jump, go for... is this technically an Immelman turn? I don't know. How's your World War II fighter pilot knowledge?
Oh, yeah. It's definitely not an Illyrian roll. That's what I can confirm.
Well, is it the Illyrian roll and the Immelman turn that people always confuse? I think
it's the Illyrian roll and the barrel roll that people mix up,
maybe. Yeah. But an Immelman turn is a turn where you go halfway through a loop-de-loop and then you flip the plane so that you're going the other direction. So you know what? I'm going to call that an Immelman turn at the start. That may not be the correct nomenclature, and if anyone is a World War II fighter pilot in chat, please feel free to correct me on that.
Yeah.
I don't know if Jam is going the right
as well.
way there.
You know, fighting in World War II, that can't be easy, especially in 2023, so we're praying for you.
It's got to be pretty tough to, pilot those jets. 80 years
80s sounds about right.
Yeah, it sounds close enough to true for that to be true. We're still on board with Jam, who is getting through this map at a rate of knots at the moment, and is, managing to discover some of these hard routes and easy routes. It does look like another easy route off to the right there. The question is, what is the hard route? The hard route is a jump trick, flipping off to the side. To the left you want to go. That's onto it's a magnet block on the wall, Dylan.
That would be one of my top 5 Trackmania terrains, so you don't need to tell me about magnet blocks.
I mean, based off
they had that one in Trackmania DS, so.
They probably did. You know what? I'm going to say, actually, no, they almost definitely didn't. I feel like that's relatively new.
I think your DS would start frying if it tried to run something like that.
Yep, and hey, it's a risky fin, and it's not, it's a little bit of an unusual risky fin in that it looks like it's basically just a speed check involving a bumper. You need enough pace to actually catch inside that. If you're going a little bit too slowly, you're going to get too much light catch to get into the finish there. It does look like we're starting to get some players to get some finishes in. So far, best finish, a 1:19.11 from Comey. I think we're expecting this to go down to about 50 seconds. I think 52 seconds is what's
52:53, I think, was what we heard our target was for today.
Yeah.
So we've still got a bit of time to get off. The players are just getting familiar with the track right now. So.
Yeah, the 52
is what Mapper
said is maybe a good time, but he also, these players are very good. So we're kind of expecting potentially even as low as a 48, and to me that probably means we're going to see like a 47, because some of these players are pretty good at Trackmania.
I'm picking that up from what I'm seeing already. There's a lot of tech here that I think if I were to download and purchase the game and then give it a try, I could pull off a lot of this.
Well, that's the joy of Trackmania. You wouldn't even need to purchase the game. You could play this for free right now.
There we go.
Well, at least when it was when it's uploaded to the server, you'll be able to play it for free. But until then, you're just gonna have to settle for watching it. And as these players go through their first discoveries, that risky fin not looking all that risky just yet.
No, seems to be like a pretty consistent level of pulling it off. Players we're spectating from, so.
Yep, not among us, among the players, very key. We're not playing, we're just watching.
We're playing track now. Watching track.
Look, it's a hard distance. Sometimes I do move like I'm playing Mario Kart, just watching, you know? Oh,
yeah.
Comey's going to go for the bottom there. We'll see. Again, I think the nice thing about this track so far is it definitely looks consistent for the most part, and the easy routes are very easy. not derogatory. They're very easy in the sense that they are big, wide open paths that you can definitely take. They are just going to lose you a couple of seconds every time. And with the hard routes looking like they're going to be, look, we're 5 minutes in and that already probably semi-consistent for a lot of our players. I'm going to say that by the end of these 15 minutes, they're going to be very consistent, which is going to mean that it's all going to come down to choosing your level of risk as a player in these rounds. Yeah,
it might be a case where the kind of matches we're looking at today, players might not be able to rely on those speeds. Lower scoring zones, you might have to sort of get off those hard routes as soon as possible.
Absolutely going to be the case. We'll see how things go. BMX22C joining the server here, and well, he's pointed out a couple of nice things. Today is the 22nd, you may have noticed, of March. This is BMX22C. This is also edition 22 of season 2 of Mini
and
RPG
of course,
of the week.
C is the third letter of the alphabet. March is the third month of the year. We were talking. Alex, I'm not done yet. We were talking about it earlier. You were talking about it. We're coming up to the final for season 2 of Mini RPG of the week. So that means season 3 is on the horizon. He knew what he was doing when he chose that. That's all I'll say.
23 with a 2 and a 3.
And 2022 was last year. In season 3, last season will be season 2. So,
bro, that's crazy how that works. That's actually insane. He did say that he hopes he doesn't go out in 22nd place tonight. Someone else responded that actually he's just going to be plus 22 seconds in every round, which would potentially be even worse. Although, you know, we've seen some tracks
like that. We can start to see some really nice high times.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, plus 22 seconds, I think, in some previous weeks with some very difficult maps has probably been enough to get you into 22nd place. That would be very impressive. I will say, I think a map like this, plus 22, is not going to cut it from
that's probably going to... Once you're adding about half the time it takes to complete the map, that's probably not going to get you very far in this competition today.
No, probably not. As we are seeing, we're seeing some good players start to join. Alex has joined and set a time at the top of the leaderboard. Makes a lot of sense to me. And then, you know, some of the usual names up there as well. Jozo has joined Ice near the top of the leaderboard. BMX currently sitting in a 9th place with his time of 56. We're still seeing players discover. I mean, a 5-second gap across our top 10 is it's quite a lot.
It is, but we've still got a little bit of time left in sort of our test round right now, so there'll still be some real kind of discoveries, however it's tricks being pulled off, we could still be shaving off the last couple of seconds before we
I'm not spying anything that looks like a cut so far on the map. It doesn't feel like a particularly cuttable map to me. They've been able to spot a cut that nobody else will with their double vision coming through. Oh, God, did Trackmania DS have 3D? I mean, surely not, right? That also, that's so disappointing. That's true. Or with the console release, I mean, like, we're only about 15 years out of date for 3D TVs being actually exciting and things people wanted to own, but maybe they could add 3D support to the console version of the game. Oh, hell yeah. I will say that previous jump just there does feel like a part where out of the hard routes, seems like the one that most players, or the less players, have discovered, just because the easy way feels so natural to them. This first kind of jump up here, is it this first jump here? No, it's the one after this, where you go through your implement turn over the reactor, come around this left-hander into the jump here, and then a lot of players after this then poolside ride are just setting up on the outside. You can see Tommy doing it there, because that just feels natural, right? Road there, me drive road, makes a lot of sense. But there is that slightly quicker way where you just jump up onto the road ahead of it.
Yeah, that was certainly when I started.
It's
for anyone struggling.
Yep. I'm being told that the game sound is very loud compared to voices, and hey, I'll sort that out. Don't worry about that. I can figure that out for sure. Probably. All right. Let me know how that goes.
Yeah, we might be able to fix that.
Quiet. Is that should be better? Yeah. Oh, Deployer already did it, and I've done it as well. So now it's really quiet. I'll fix it back. It's fine now. I can't remember. This is probably fine, and if it's still too loud, Deployer will get it next time around. Someone's gone robot. It might be me. It might be you, Dylan. Honestly, who knows?
It's probably me. Yeah,
it could be you.
Say...
I think I was having issues with this with Twiggy last week, so I don't think it's your fault entirely. It's definitely something that I've done wrong.
Okay, well, that's comforting, that at least it's not my fault. Yeah. Having a look at some of the times we're starting to get in now, we've already got some people coming in at under that 52 speed that was predicted, so we could really see some real drops as we get further on tonight. I think your 47, 48 prediction, Alex, it's not looking too far off now with the times we're seeing in these practice rounds.
5 minutes left to try and get down that low, and we'll see if anyone does push it. This is also a track I think that we're going to see some exciting rounds towards the end. It doesn't feel like one where a particularly hard trick or set of tricks or any of the very hard tricks that we've had in some previous weeks is going to decide things. I think this could just end up being a straight race to the finish line towards the end, and just taking as much as you can.
See a bit of player skill kind of coming into effect, yeah.
God forbid.
Yeah, I mean, personally, I think they should be playing with items on, but that idea was vetoed, so...
Yeah, we'll work on that maybe for the Season 2 finale, you know, coming up in a couple of weeks. We'll enable items on server. Final destination, only items.
We're seeing Mean here, and Mean, of course, very well known for their very powerful final smash attack. So if those smash orbs were turned on,
this would be a make a Mean race. Girls reference. Mean, well known for their famous movie,
their appearance in the Girls franchise.
God, great
so
movie.
far they've made one entry.
I mean, that can't be. What if all movies with girls? What other movies have girls in the title? There must be more.
Girls Gone Wild? Does that fall under the franchise?
I don't know is that actually a movie or is that just a cultural meme?
It's certainly something you would hear said a lot in the early 2000s, so...
Yeah, that tracks. That's definitely makes a lot of sense. Ooh, cone.
We see a nice flip enabled. There. Yeah.
All right, you keep talking. I'm going to go and enable quick emote for chat.
Oh, well, we gotta have our emotes enabled. Let's talk about flip. Cone enabled. Mean had unfortunate flip with that. A great time.
Look, nobody warned me there was going to be cones tonight. How was I meant to know? I'm desperately trying to remember. I didn't think that anyone was going to manage to crash into one of them.
Well, I mean, the work you've done in making up that energy.
I think the cone has been deleted from 7TV, and that means that we're going to have to go with Cat sitting very comfortably around a cone instead, which is also classic. The robot is back, and it is my co-caster. Dylan, keep talking, but I'm going to change your audio from this to Discord. Chat? Yeah, things. There you go. And now they can hear you twice, but if I turn this off, then you are A-okay.
I'm A-okay. Excellent. Yep. You know, some people might have enjoyed the sort of robotic quality of my voice. It might have added to maybe the appeal or the theme of the map we're watching right now. But again, this is a no fun allowed stream, so we're just going to go for sort of a normal voice.
True. And the theme of the map tonight is, according to Sylvius, we're kind of racing through the sky with some drones around the place, and you'll see some of them scattered around it. Plenty of them here as you jump through the middle.
Yeah.
Because he was looking at the end and trying to figure out something else to add in at the end, kind of, you know, finish off the styling of the map to make sure that he was happy with how things felt. And I like the drones. You know what? Look at them up there.
I think it goes well with what we've got. You know, the nice kind of floating wintry level that we have, the reactors that are supposed to be, I guess, kind of the engines keeping these floating platforms up. The whole thing.
And the cones are icicles. I figured it out. God,
the cones are icicles. We're good. We're good over here. It only takes us about 15 minutes. Yeah. You know, first we notice the cones 12 minutes in, and then 2 minutes later we go, oh, so that's what the cones are for. Okay.
Yeah, well, the cone that I've added to chat is the wrong color as well, because, you know, like, look, I didn't have options, okay? It's all I had was Cat sitting very comfortably around a cone with its friends.
Look, chat, we're seeing this map as blind as you guys are, okay? So our cone knowledge, we didn't have it going in.
Yeah, well, I will let you know. So the reason cone is a meme is we come to the end of our warm-up here. Best time, a 50-second. I think that can definitely be pushed down during rounds. Yeah. Cone was a meme in the Trackmania World Tour Stage 1 that has just ended this last week gone, Dylan, because there was a map where you could crash the cone on the difficult part of the map, on the identity, and if you crashed the cone, it was the cone of luck. So anyone crashes that cone, I mean, unfortunately here, there's no second round to recover in, so you're going to need to recover in that round and then have good luck for the next rounds.
It's possible.
It's definitely possible, especially
if we get some
do
plus
it in an
22s, it
round.
might be possible.
You're gonna want to do it in an early round, I think, because in the late rounds, this is not feeling like a map that is going to be conducive to relying on your opponents to make a mistake in front of you.
That might be the strat, though, is to go for that cone of luck in the early rounds when it's a safer option.
Maybe Yannick doesn't know. Yannick doesn't know the strats.
Maybe foolishly missing out on the cone of luck there.
Especially in
this
first round, this first and no elimination round.
If I was playing, that's the round I would have gone for the cone.
That makes sense. You can't even be eliminated. It's look at those 3 players who've DNF'd instead of trying to snipe the cone on this round.
DNF, is that they just chose? They said, no, I've had enough.
Look,
I'm not going to finish this one out.
It's round 1. There's no eliminations. It's just a warm-up so we can make sure everyone connects to the server properly. And yeah, they've just decided that they don't want to get practice in this round.
A DNF like that is sort of a big ball strat to say, I don't need the practice.
It's a little bit, you're kind of chatting up. You're kind of like, yeah, I know what I'm doing. Don't worry about it. We'll keep an eye now on LDR XPZI or Ledrixp.
Let's see if they could match what they've brought so far.
Yeah, in terms of, you know, just confidence.
Confidence. We're seeing a lot of confidence in the first round. Maybe in the second round, keep that confidence going. We might see some cone of luck strats in play from any of these 5 players that we have over here with very pronounceable names.
Yep. Well, I mean, hey, Neko Jim, definitely pronounceable.
Neko Jim, whereas we look at LDRXPZI, that's a bit more of a mouthful.
I mean, hey, you can keep pronouncing it and I'll just keep sitting here. He has somehow no, he's just moved out of the position that we were seeing on the leaderboard there. No elimination in the first round.
No elimination, so well done to all our players for getting through the first round.
They've all driven so fast that the game felt bad for them.
As of yet to see a cone of luck strategy, but this round I think 4 players will be eliminated. Will one of them hit the cone?
It could be. Honestly, there's definitely a chance that someone will hit the cone. We will see the full 4 eliminations. We are seeing 2 DNFs immediately.
Yes.
There is no take-backs pressure on this round. Look, it's going to be a little bit easier. 3 DNFs as people are choosing not to play. I think Mutranos is potentially gone as well. Just left the server entirely. All you got to do is get to the finish line. But there will be a timeout.
Looking very safe.
I think it's looking like a great idea. Has anyone hit the cone there? Is anyone going for the cone? No one hitting the cone.
Doesn't look like we got a cone strat, so.
Or it was way up the
4
field.
4 DNF, so this is, you know, people could start messing around now if they wanted to.
You
hit a
do
couple
still
of
have to get to the finish line. Very important that you still get to the finish line.
They got 40 seconds. You could get a donut in.
Well, here's the thing, right? We do have a bit of tradition on Mini RPG that week of trying to predict how many players we eliminate on round 1. It's obviously at least 4 on this round. It could be more. I'm going to say it's going to end up being 6.
6? I'm going to up that to a lucky 7. In keeping with
Price is right as me.
The cone Price sort of is right thing we have here.
Cone! He's hit the cone and he's gone.
We got a cone!
Up the edge of the map. Absolute disaster. And does Harry have the speed to get up? Yes, he does. He will.
He may not qualify, but he's number one in my heart.
Well, listen, he's guaranteed to qualify because we have at least 5 DNFs. All you had to do was reach the finish line. And that means that it's at least 5 DNFs. We'll see where Mutronis finishes. It's in 49th, by the way. So still plenty of people out on track. 15 seconds left to get a finish in. Devolo has now discovered the safe route, has 10 seconds to get to the finish. And I think there's just a little bit too much track between here and the finish line, unfortunately.
Well, let's see. Maybe the cone might come in handy.
No. 14 players!
14 players. I was closer. So if anyone's ever on the price of it's right, keep that technique that I deployed in mind.
It is really an all or nothing, though. Like, unless you get it 100% right, you do not get it any... you don't get any credit at all.
No.
And so
really? Okay, so...
No.
Well, I'll call it for this round. So I think we're going to see
round
50
one.
players eliminated this round.
We're going to see 50 of the 51 players eliminated on this round.
I think this is going to be our last round of today. I think whatever the guy's name was...
the winner, then?
He hit the cone last round. I think he's going to win. Everyone else is going to DNF.
Okay, Harry, he's on his way. It's that guy who's currently sitting in 46th place.
Harry.
He's currently in 48th place.
Watch this sick cone strat he's about to pull.
Bro, if he hits this next cone as well, he doesn't hit the mid-track cones. It's disastrous. But he is in 47th place.
This is the thing about this track. This is a track that keeps on giving. There's still cones to go, okay?
That's so true. There's a lot of cones.
It's any cones game.
Yeah, I would like also to point out that Mr. Ferris Meldon in chat is calling out one of the casters for not knowing what they're talking about. And honestly, could be either of us.
Yeah, I would say to Mr. Ferris Meldon in chat, fucking, where are you? You know, you got issues with the casters.
Cursing on that one as well, would you? You'd make sure that you really drove the point home.
Is cursing allowed on this stream?
I don't know. Fuck it.
Okay, cool. So Mr. Ferris Meldon, you know, see me. You know, I'm here. Meet me after the stream.
To join the Discord call. Oh, it's a disaster. I mean, he could join, and this is where the game is being streamed from. He could start casting right now. I'll remove myself if I need to.
That's an important message.
I would like to point out to you, sorry, just while we're on the topic of cone strats, Harry, 1 place away from elimination that time.
1 place away from elimination.
Came 47th.
You know what kept him in? It was that cone luck.
It was that cone luck, you know? He got across the line. He's plus to the map as well. I mean, it's all coming up Harry right now.
That's the sign of a nice player. He's considerate.
Yep, he has fallen off the first pipe twice to kick off the round 3 here.
Listen, this is only about his 20th time attempting that pipe, okay? So,
you know, honestly, rude.
Look, I'll put it this way.
If you were playing on the
I don't think I'm past that pipe yet, you know? I think if I had downloaded Trackmania and I've been playing since this stream started, I don't think I have yet to clear the pipe.
Oh,
so I saw a cone. I saw a cone.
Cone.
Did we catch the name of our brave cone warrior?
Absolutely not, but I get the feeling it may have been Mole or it may have been Pfeffel, given that they have now dropped down in the places as players continue on through these checkpoints. Probably not Pfeffel, given they're up the... Well, maybe it was Pfeffel. Yeah. Honestly, I don't know. We're going to need an action replay, and I have no way of providing that. So people watching the stream, people on YouTube afterwards as well, can of course go back and figure that out for themselves. But in the meantime, we've got a bit of a race to the line, like I said.
I'm hoping with Molo 08 that 08 was not the year they were born, because then I'll feel very old.
It could be, and they've made it cleanly through the finish line as well. I was on... Oh, Pfeffel, he's made it up. He's fine. He's just about crawled to that line. He did make it to the line. He did not make it into the safe places. Does get eliminated in 44th. I was on a Rocket League stream last week, and I do think we may have set a young chatter on the path to become a top G by mistake.
Oh, well, that's great. You know, obviously, Andrew Tate, he's busy right now, so it's nice that we have you keeping up the good work. What
happened was, look, he said, what's that thing on the left, which... Given that there was someone who had the pronouns he, they on stream at the time, looked like blatant transphobia, but it turns out that he was just really dumb. So he got a 15-minute timeout to this chatter, and it turns out he just didn't know what the number next to your name when you do a Twitch bet is. But like, look, there's been
Well,
problems.
I could
with,
never be found making that mistake. So
look, there's been some problems with transphobia in that stream in the past. There's been some issues, so it was assumed.
You're telling me on an internet stream there were some transphobia problems?
Some minor issues, and so the poor guy who had like an 06 after his name got an immediate ban.
His name was Lil Timmy 2019.
Yeah. And he came back and he was like, why did I get banned for asking a question? And then got very upset in chat. And the rest of chat kept dunking on him for like, you know, the next 30 minutes as he got upset. And all I'm saying is I'm pretty sure we've created another top G there.
That is a man who is straight on his way to the men going their own way subreddit.
He is joining the alt-right pipeline. Well, you know, that's the internet for you. Up at the top, we are still seeing some decent times. 50 seconds does seem to be the time you want to set.
Sort of crack that 50 barrier exactly, but it's still a lot of game ahead, a lot of elimination rounds still to go. So still very possible we could see some sub 50 times starting to come in.
I'd say likely.
Alex,
I'd even add a likely. Yes. Yeah.
In keeping with our late observation of the cone, I've noticed there are actually 2 finish lines on this track.
Brother in Christ, we knew that a long time ago.
Listen,
we had a whole conversation about it. I had a conversation about it. I don't know where you were.
You see, I didn't even notice the 2 finish lines. I'm so used to Trackmania DS, 2 screens, 2 finish lines. To me, that's normal.
That's
I thought that was
you thought you were just seeing double. That makes a lot of sense.
I didn't even
to me.
that was worth commenting on.
That makes
until
a lot
I realized,
of sense.
hang on, this is not Trackmania DS. This is arguably a worse version of the game.
You could argue that. You might be alone in that, though. It has to be said. Although, I don't know. I could see some players talking about maybe competitive on Trackmania DS. Now it's better than current World Tour maps and mapping trends. But no, I think that's a whole other conversation. You'll have to tune into the Cup of the Day podcast over on British and Irish Trackmania to continue that conversation afterwards.
Who have they got on that podcast?
What would you believe that we actually have Trackmania Grand League champion Pack joining us on that podcast tonight? And then we're going to be joined by Hotswat, who played on Dignitas in, I think, 2009 to 2012. That's a couple of years ago, and possibly the only Trackmania pro that Ireland has ever produced. So it's going to be a fun evening.
It's probably before the guy you banned the other day was born.
Well, no, he was like 06. It was probably fine. I didn't do the banning, okay? And look, here's Harry going to make it through the risky finish for a 34th place finish.
No, I'm just going to say,
is paying dividends.
None of us forgot about that cone from earlier, and none of us are forgetting the power of the cone that Harry is doing a great job of demonstrating to us tonight. So I'd like to, especially after my comments earlier, which may have appeared mean to Harry.
Out? Sorry,
it appears Alpha's out. I don't know if Alpha's getting through.
Yeah, Alpha's a
let's
very
see if they
good
can.
player.
Let's see if Alpha can get a finish in.
Yeah, this does unfortunately mean for Yannick that Alpha is probably going to be very distracting in voice for the next 30 minutes or so, given that they play these competitions in voice together. So
Alpha,
that's
we see here just going for the easy finish.
He
didn't actually get it, unfortunately.
Don't worry about it. Arama's gone as well. Another strong player. Darrigan of Team Loading disappearing as well. A few decent players gone in that round. I mean, Aramis, I don't think, left the start line, which is always going to hurt your chances of
generally,
finishing.
I think one of the best things you can do in a game like Trackmania is do the race. And I think if you don't do the race, you're going to have trouble finishing it.
I was going to say, Alpha Dream dropping out that early deeply hurts Yannick's chances of doing well. And here is Yannick at the back to start this next round.
Let's see if we can notice a little voice in the back of Yannick's head.
Wouldn't you love to crash into a cone right now, Yannick?
We've got Shinex now on the screen, which is what you get if you order Yannick's from a disreputable online retailer. Let's see how Shinex can perform.
Yep,
we're out of time. We're back to Jam TM. Harry, now... Oh, we're swapping.
Yeah, we're jumping around to see what's going on.
The cockpit view here from Devi Blues. And Devi Blues, they're on this part of the map. Any nickname for this section of the map, Alex, that comes to mind?
For which section of the map? I mean, we've got the Emmelman. What, like for this section with the magnet?
Yeah, the magnet wall.
Now, hear me out. We call it Magnet.
I like it. It's simple.
What's that meme about magnets? Like, how do magnets work? I don't remember.
Oh, the insane clown posse.
Oh, Obi-Tom.
That was an unfortunate crash.
Into the immediate DNF as well. I mean, I hate to see it. Like, you know, sometimes you're like, you know what?
I believe called a rage quit sometimes.
It is by some sometimes called that. Nabla will drop out as well in 33rd
And it looks like
place.
Shine X. This is what happens when you order from Shine. DNF.
Yep. And I don't know if you noticed, Dylan, but Harry in one place above elimination yet again.
Yet again. Thank the cone. It appears the cone is doing a lot of work tonight, which is always good to see. It's always nice to see a map feature get involved in the gameplay of the map. And we're really getting a good example of that type of map feature today.
That's flawless broadcasting work. You know, I'm looking forward to seeing 16th Tower on the next broadcast for Trackmania World Tour.
Of course, the Mini RPG of the Week Season 2 finale is coming up. That's going to be hosted, produced, and broadcast exclusively by me. I'm going to do a great job.
Ooh, Astropose. He nearly fell off there, but he does not +L plus ratio. I'm looking forward to seeing it as we move over to 16th Tower on YouTube as well as our main streaming platform.
This is a big announcement, guys. Mini RPG of the Week is moving away from Twitch. We're going to be going to YouTube Live. The reason for that, I want super chats. It's as simple as.
I will be VTubing every episode from now on.
Guys, please support the 16th Tower YouTube channel so that I can afford my VTuber rig, okay?
One day, you can dream, but keep dreaming for the moment. You know who's not dreaming? Harry. Harry is still in safety at 26. He's holding on. He has turned into the main character of tonight's edition by just about holding on. Vevolution there as well. Manjmoir Lebole will drop out with a DNF in 30th place, needed just behind from the Sun club tag.
As well as we're getting into this next round, we're getting very, very close to that sub 50 time. We are 0.004 of a second off. So I think maybe this might be the first round where we might start to see some 49s, perhaps even a 48 emerge.
A bold prediction. We'll see if we do get a 49 through as well. We're also getting very close to that 22nd place that it was prophesied that BMX 22 would be finishing in tonight. So we'll hold on.
Have we still got BMX 22?
We do still have BMX 22.
Okay,
he is somewhere up the field. He's done a very good job, as of a lot of our good players, of keeping their noses clean on a map like this where it really is relatively straightforward in terms of, the tricks. It's just good, clean driving to be had. They're not
BMX
requiring
22 actually in 23rd place right now.
It would be very funny if you get. Well, okay, you wouldn't get
he's
eliminated
instantly
in
moved out of
23rd.
that place, but
he's totally fine. There's a lot of people jumping onto a wall here. Black Pulse made it. Someone fell off. Black Pulse low speed, overtaken by Bubbles into the back half there as well. Nuclear has dropped down. Harry, this might be the round we have to say goodbye. Black Pulse has to respawn as well towards the finish line, and that means admin Black Pulse dropping out in at least 24th place, crawling towards the line. Can he beat Harry? Will Harry beat him? Nuclear beats both of them, and Black Pulse will beat out Harry, who finally drops
gets
in
the
26th.
special finish, though. He gets that special finish, so
he's
going out on a high note.
Maybe we should make fun of Black Pulse for beating Harry as well, because kind of rude. Like,
I agree.
Harry was our main character.
I think what we would like to see, chat, if we could get some 07s, please, for whatever Harry's full username was. Thank you.
Yep. I'm sure you can all remember it. It's there on screen at the moment. It's A -- not 7 _ Harry. Make sure you capitalize that A and that H, and you'll be totally fine.
I think we just saw a late round cone contact there.
Now is this? Look, he's found a cut. I'm not convinced that is in any way faster.
No, but he's found it.
He has found the cut. You know what? We have a single cut that is slower, and I don't know.
I think earlier I predicted some cuts might be found. I was perhaps sort of laughed at for that suggestion, and I'm glad to be vindicated. So thank you to the finder of that cut.
Yep. You know what they call a shortcut that's slower?
Long cut.
The
director's cut.
It's the boomer male shortcut.
I don't even get that one, but zing.
BMX, he came 20th. Oh, disaster. Jam comes in 21st, Yalgan 22nd, and clearly that is a joke. That is a joke, because look, have you never had to drive with like an old man who's like, I know a quicker route, and then you're in the car for another hour and you're like, this was not quicker.
Not to expose my dad for crimes, but I feel like if I was in that situation with my dad, he would just break the speed limit to overcome that. that issue. So
don't worry, that's encouraged in Trackmania, so it's hardly a crime.
doxing your father allowed.
It's not doxing to say that he's broken the law a few times. That's fine. I'm sending him this. Oh, well, the MX22, he does drop out. It isn't in 22nd place, and it was not plus 22 in that round either. And we are into our top 20. This is going to be our final round of 4 eliminations as well. From here, we do drop down to 2 eliminations round, and that means this one's a bit of a bloodbath, because quick maths here, Dylan. This is nearly 20% of the field going in a single round, after which it will be less than 20% of the field when we drop to 2 eliminations.
Did you say it was nearly 20%?
I said it was slightly over 20%, I think.
We're losing 4 out of 20?
We're losing 4 out of 19, and it's a little more than 20%. I'm relying on my classic casting strat, which is to just gaslight my co-caster. This is a close race to the finish line. Unfortunately, it is currently for the bottom places, and Subway overcorrects and goes off the edge. It wouldn't have mattered anyway. He was racing Neko Jim, who ends up in 17th and eliminated. Hostile gone as well, and Tommy TM.
Perhaps in a protest on not finishing.
Yep, does not make it up to that finish line. Chooses to reset. It's not quite a protest. He will get through the risky fin at the end as well. And it's Tommy Sadface in chat all around. And then just a bit of a keyboard smash from Tommy.
Tommy, you made the top 20. That's better than I did this evening.
So true, bestie.
TM at the end of a lot of our racers' names tonight. I'm noticing Trackmania.
Yeah. That's better than someone who could be described as a semi-professional caster who did cast Trackmania for the first time and just pronounced the TM at the end of everyone's name for the entire evening. So that would be
I think that's more just me. That's me just being lucky. I did not mention those racers up until just now when I saw 6 of them in a row and said, maybe something's going on.
It does mean that we have the excellent clip of him calling him Astronautum for most of the race. Which, kind of a banger, honestly, given that Astronaut came top 2.
Yeah. Perhaps Astronaut TM for Trackmania should change the name to Astronautum TM.
They probably should. That would make a lot of sense to me. This is someone named after an element, galenium. That's definitely an element, right? Or no, that's galenium.
It is an element. Unfortunately, I'm noticing there's a misspelling, so they're going to be disqualified just on that.
So yeah, as scientists, we disqualify
Mods, can we get them kicked from tonight's race, please?
Yeah, no, probably not. Well, they might kick themselves soon enough. Evolution will drop out in 14th place. Like are gone in 15. We are getting down to it at this point. I'm going to need someone to remind me who brought is tonight, because I know it's either Lingo or Anix, probably, but I can never remember. Those two change their names too often. I know it's the same as it was last week. Someone will remember who is currently racing underneath that name. I'm a little bit nervous about that pipe at the start. It does look like a couple of players got slowdowns. I'm wondering, is it fully consistent? I mean, you'd imagine it's probably mostly consistent at the very least, but it does mean a couple of players starting from a deficit.
So?
Yes.
We've
and yet
also
pipes do weird things in this game.
And in real life.
So true. Pipes do kind of strange things in real life. Deployer thinks it's Lingo, and I trust Deployer. At least on this matter. So, pretty sure that is Lingo racing for Evo as well. Lingo does race for Evo, is that right? I'm pretty yeah, probably. I don't know. Either way, we'll see. He is currently at a bit of risk. Telno trying to chase him down, and this is starting to feel like the rounds where it's going to be lack of mistakes, at least in the back half of the map, that is really going to decide things. That's a big mistake from Kaishox, who is now dropping a long way down. All those players who felt at risk now safe, unless someone misses the finish. I don't think anyone missed the finish. You're right, that is Kaishox eliminated, and Bubbles gone as well.
Bubbles, unfortunately, also eliminated. Thank you, Bubbles.
Thank you for your service, Bubbles. Absolutely.
Also, just having a look over at our times, we are seeing some of those predicted sub-50s coming in. So, still holding out hope, Alex, that we might see some of those 47s you predicted, although at this point,
absolutely unlikely. Not happening. Definitely not going to see 47 at this point, but we may yet see another couple of people join ICE in that 49 range. That is a very strong time so far. And we have seen, interestingly as well, at least one player still going for the safe route on this next turn. Galenium going for the safe route around this one. We'll see if anyone joins them on it. Gold also going for that one. So I don't know if they've just not discovered it yet.
I don't think it works. I think they might be eliminated this round on it. It looked like they were the only two who went for it. And when two people are being eliminated, that's not a great place to be in.
It doesn't feel good. We'll see how far behind. Are they behind? They're not. They've managed to stay up. In fact, they are safely in those zones. So you know what? It's working out for them.
Choice.
Yep. Meanwhile, Comey at the back going slow is currently third best time on the local leaderboard. There is someone else respawning beside him, though. He could be safe as long as he gets into the finish. He will be.
He's just made it, yeah.
It was Gold who had to respawn as well. One of our two players taking a safe route gone. And up at the top, Ice is starting to look like he may be a favorite for tonight.
I think that's probably a strong possibility. Definitely, if we just look at our times, leading over everyone else, and has consistently kind of been at the front of the pack for nearly every round we've seen so far. So, if anyone wants to bet on that,
then we are not providing the option. But hey, we'll see. Galenium, this is going to be a rough round for them. Yannick's as well, sitting there.
I'm interested to see here if we get any of these slow strats, or if maybe this is the round where we might finally get them all weaned out.
I think Telne has to, because Telne gets a big slowdown into it and will now be sitting at the back with Galenium.
That may be Telne's.
Hold on.
Comey said, I got you, bro, don't worry.
Oh boy, and Yannick's has also got their back, having crashed out on this turn. Very stylish part of the map. It's going to be Yannick's getting eliminated. Look, everyone's inside the top 10 now.
This is a tough recovery for Yannick's.
They're all going to appear on the Liquipedia page still, and that's maybe the main thing, you know? Place. Yeah, I mean, maybe if you're Yannick's, you know, you're hoping for those top fives. But
obviously, that Liquipedia page is a prestigious place to be, considering all others will be on it. So they've really earned their position.
So true. Meanwhile, crashing out on the final turn were both Yannick's and Telne. One more time, it would not have mattered. They were in last places anyway, but it does mean the Yannick's gets the overtake, and he will go into the books as an 8th place finish. Galenium stays alive. In 7th place, has made top 7, taking a slightly slower route through the map.
Again, I didn't think we were going to see the slow route this time. It happened due to what was probably something that the racer wasn't very happy with. I think this time we might fully see those slow routes completely eliminated.
You say that. I'm 100% Galenium is still going for it. 100%. Because, look, if you haven't practiced the risky route, if you aren't aware of it possibly even at this point, or if you've just decided early on that you do not like it, then now is not the time to be experimenting. Now is not the time to go for it. There is a few crashes on the reactor section. It is Lingo dropping behind, and Comey is up the front, is leading.
Potentially safe on the slow route once again.
Yeah, it could happen. You have to be careful, though, because, I mean, look, Lingo's a very quick driver behind, and you do need to stay safe, but Galenium is in 4th place at the moment. Top 6 drivers are all neck and neck, all within a second now up at the top, and that was Comey sliding out of the jump, gone into the wildness. Bueno will make it. That's pretty wicked. Comey's gone again. Comey. It's going to come down to the finish. It's going to come down to the finish and whether or not someone fails in front of Lingo. Oh dear.
Comey? Unfortunately, it looks like this might be the end of Comey's evening.
Man, Lingo tried to send it into that final turn, and he had the speed to maybe overtake Bueno, but he did not have the line. He could not quite catch up with him. As a result, Lingo drops out in 6th place. Comey drops in 7th. And we're into our top 5. Ice, Enos, Galenium, Bueno, and Jozo. And Enos and Ice, I mean, they may be semi-regular top 5 players. Galenium, definitely not a regular top 5 player here in Mini RPG of the week. Unless I'm lying through my teeth and have missed plenty of the weeks where he was. Always a possibility.
Galenium has been avoiding your casting style, but unfortunately didn't manage to pull that off tonight.
Yeah, I'm just going to scroll through some of the previous recent weeks and see if Galenium has made a top 5 and made a liar of me.
Galenium currently number 1 in this early stage of the round that we're currently in. Yeah, we're kind of down to our top 5 now, so we've sort of exclusively got good racers left. Galenium is still going for that easy turn. I was going to say that I think this might be the round where that ends up to not work out for them, but they seem to have done a very good job of catching up with the rest of the pack and are back into what is considered a safe zone. So if the safe strats work, they're safe strats. And Galenium has done a good job with that safe strat tonight. It's played out very well for them. So
yeah, it is going to need someone to fail.
It does look like,
or he might just have to pay some. 2 people failed. It's still a race to the finish. If Enos makes this finish, he's still in. Is he? No, he's not. Bueno did manage to finish.
Yeah.
Oh boy, that got spicy for half a second.
That was a spicy. Enos, that's gotta hurt to see someone take the safer route and yet still place above you
Do you
this
know
far
what?
into the game.
I have the info as well. Galenium, their one and only top 10 finish in Mini RPG of the Week, all the way back in week 8, nearly a year ago when they came 10th. So this is an all-time best finish for Galenium.
This is all-time best finish for Galenium, and I think just with the safe strats they've used and how far it's got them, a deserved top 10 and top 5 finish from Galenium this evening. The safe strat has been deployed once again. Oh!
You know what? He's gonna go out. They're gonna do it in style. It makes you love to see it. Hitting the cone to drop out in 4th place. I'm a-okay with that.
They may not be the #1 racer tonight, but they're certainly #1 in my heart.
Yeah, has DNF'd, so it is a safe run to the finish as well for everyone at this point. Doesn't matter if they fail.
Right.
Honestly, I don't always love a DNF, but I mean, even with Jozo failing there,
I respect it.
yeah, honestly, Galenium might have been able to come back in. That is 2
looks
respawns,
like
Jozo and Ice.
Himself in the foot, but
yeah. No, it's okay. He was definitely over 5 seconds behind. I'm like 90% sure about that after the slow route, after the fail as well. It was a brutal
Galenium,
fail.
misspelling and everything. Congratulations. A couple of 07s in chat, perhaps, for Galenium as well.
Yep.
Into our top 3 now. Bueno, Ice TM, Jozo, Alex, random shout. Who's winning tonight's game?
Yeah, and Galenium has just been told that he's been taking the safe way all night. Things you love to see. Well, that's absolutely gorgeous.
I'm
Who's
seeing
gonna win?
a language I can't speak, but a lot of ellipses that I think I understand.
And he's just figured out why he was losing so much time in the middle of the map. I'm going to tell you, I don't think Bueno is going to be making it into the top 2. Currently sitting 4 seconds behind. And I'm glad that I was able to read some French and giggle about that in lieu of trying to answer, because while I may not have guessed Bueno, hang on a second, Ice has failed. He is still in front of Bueno, but cannot afford another fail in front. Bueno is gaining. It was a slow exit to the Magnet ride. Ice is in front.
It might work out, unless Ice messes up here, which they have not.
Nope, that's going to be it. The early failing for Bueno, dipped his wheels into the water, could not make the follow-up turn. We saw that cost Telne earlier in the evening as well. And that does mean a grand finals here between the players of Jozo and the other one.
Our final pair here. We have Icetum.
Yep.
And up against Icetum, we have Jazotum.
Jazotum versus Icetum, things you love to see. And this is a track that we kind of called early on as well, Dylan, was going to be one where, yeah, the top players who had the best times were probably going to look pretty solid, because it is a track that kind of lends itself well to being able to get consistent on it. Here we are, top 2 times in the server. And Jozo will go to inside, will full crash a tree, and he will be a long way down.
Unfortunate position to be in.
2.5 seconds is the difference as he is sitting behind Ice on this one. You're looking at a mistake from Ice now. If it's going to come anywhere, it's probably going to come on the Magnet.
And it looks like that's a clean Magnet.
It's clean.
That might be the end
gap
of Jozo's competition tonight.
He's gone for the safe way. He's full betting on Ice making a mistake on the finish. Ice will not make a mistake on the finish. Congratulations to Ice. Picks up a mini RPG of the week win. A very solid one as well. Looked good all evening long.
Now, some people might say Ice winning on a snow-themed stage. Fixed.
Maybe a little rigged. Could be.
Some people might suggest that.
Some people could suggest that. I'd argue that they're probably wrong, right? That is Ice winning a 4th mini RPG of the week as well. Joins a fairly elite crew up there. I'm going to have to do some stats, do some checking before we get to the season finale and see exactly where everyone is. I'm also going to have to swap scenes again and bring it back. Look, it's our faces any second now. There they are. Look at it. It's us.
There they are. There's our faces. It's us. We're here. This is what we look like the whole time if you joined late.
Yeah, so congratulations to Ice, who does pick up a 4th mini RPG of the week win, unless he won last week, and I don't remember because that one's not on Liquipedia yet, and I have not managed to check in time. That is going to be it for this week of mini RPG of the week, but we have a little bit of information to share with you about the Season 2 finale coming up very soon. We are on week 47 out of 50, that is edition 22, and after edition 25 of Season 2, we are going to be heading to that Season 2 finale, at which point, as soon as Season 2 ends, we are going to be opening opening up voting for the top 5 maps of Season 2. That will be an open vote for players. For anyone who has seen the maps, played the maps, wants to vote on them. After about a week, let me get up the dates for this one here. Voting will open on the 12th of April, directly after that mini RPG of the week, up until the 16th. It's going to be a 4-day voting phase, including the 16th. After we have that voting phase, the top 5 tracks will be put into a campaign. And it's TimeAttack. It is TimeAttack for a full week at that point. The top 16 players in that TimeAttack with the 16 best times will be invited to play in the Season 2 finale. And we are very happy to announce that it is going to be a prize pool of at least €300, possibly more. We are still sorting out the details on that
Could
one.
Be any number upwards of €300.
Any number upwards of €300. I mean, I've seen some figures that could push it a little bit higher. We have a chance. We're looking forward to that one. The finals day is going to be on Saturday, the 22nd of April. That is going to be broadcast right here. We're going to be getting excited for that one. I don't know, Dylan, are you excited for the Season 2 finale of Mini RPG of the week?
I'll say this. Certainly my interest and knowledge in Trackmania over the past hour has only increased. So I'm certainly more excited than I was.
Yeah. Yeah, that is how we get it. Thank you as well, Silvius, for tonight's map. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah,
it was
genuine
and entertaining to do it. I think, hey, we were robbed of a very exciting, a very tight race at the end with that tree crash at the very finish, because that could have been tight all the way down to the end.
Yeah. And good cone inclusion.
Yes. Great. We love to see a cone. Absolutely gorgeous, as always. And that is going to wrap it up for week 47 for edition 22 of the Season 2 of Mini RPG of the Week. Of course, if you think you have a track or you would like to build a track for Mini RPG of the Week, as always, get in contact with Zeta8 over on the Trackmania RPG Discord. Where, you know, he'll be happy to accept submissions. I think we're probably well into submissions for Season 3 already at this point, and we will be bringing that back probably a couple of weeks after Season 2 ends. We'll get a couple of quick weeks of a break. But again, thank you for joining us again. Dylan, thank you for joining for your first ever exposure, basically, to Trackmania.
Yeah. You know, next time, maybe Season 3, maybe there could be a week run through Trackmania DS. I could return. I could really swat up on that game. You know... I'm down for Trackmania DS if no one else is. Yeah, if Trackmania DS has no other shooters, it's got me.
It's got Dylan, and that will be it. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you back next week.
See ya.
And that means I have to press the swap button. You'll notice that I am the one producing, and I am not ready to do this.
Gazing further at the sky. Is it morning when my place is night? Is it raining when my place is dry? I wanna see